welcome to another edition of Garage Pros. I'm Mark Nolan. Today we're going to talk a little bit about cab comfort in front of our 2011 Silverado here. We've got the AVS Vent Visor. What are those, you're saying? Well, I know you've seen them a million times out there. This is the in-channel version. What it does is it places itself just up inside the channel of the window here, and it does a lot of things for you. Why do you want something like this? Well, think about this. You're driving along, you've got a little bit of light rain, you still want to get some ventilation through the cab. You don't want to go AC because that knocks down your fuel mileage a little bit. You can crack the window and that rain is going to stay out by way of this visor here. Also, maybe you've got a north-south route that you drive and you got sun up and sun down, you know, right whenever they just get to the side of your head that, well, this is tinted here. That's going to keep the sun out of your eyes too. And here's the best part about this whole process. I'm going to show you the two tools that you actually need, and they actually come with the product itself. We've got a scuff pad here, and also we've got a little alcohol swab to clean things up before we use the double-sided tape to get the visor actually up inside the channel. It's a very simple process. This is one of those things you could knock out actually before you go on a trip. While your wife or whatever is in there packing for it, you can be outside knocking this out. You take the scuff pad here. First thing you do is you work it up inside the actual window channel itself. Just bring it through. All you're doing is scuffing up the rubber so it'll adhere a little bit better to that double-sided tape. Now you're thinking all that debris up in there, that's going to mess up the tape. Nope, that's what that alcohol swab is for. Real simple. Just push it up inside the channel, run it through there. Remember all that debris we're talking about? Well, there it is, right there. Pretty simple. You get all that out of there, and now you've got the easy process of putting the actual visor up in. Now, here's a little bit of a trick. Now remember, this is double-sided tape here, okay? It's already adhered itself to the actual visor itself, so all you got is this tape backing here. Now you open up the tape backing a little bit on this side and a little bit over on this side. And then what that does is once you get it up in there, all you have to do is pull that backing off. Why wouldn't you just take it all off and try to shove it up in there? Because it could actually get stuck on the inside of the channel. It'll never make it all the way up on the inside, and then you're going to have some issues. So you work this just inside the channel here. And don't forget about where your double-sided tape is. We've got the extra piece hanging here, the extra piece hanging in the back. Push it up in to get it just where you want it. Okay, you've got it figured out. You look back, take a look at it. Now, this little piece, this is only about a 3-inch section here. You can pull that piece out. Drop up just in the back. Okay, that's one piece. Now this whole piece here, this is a one giant piece. Just work it on out. Slowly. And as you do that, you just push on the visor in behind there. It's a little tight up toward the top. Just keep pulling. Make sure you pull down and away. That's the key, down and away. That'll keep it off of the sticky side. Down and away. Pulling. Right across the back. Make sure you get the sticky there. Push it up in. Hold it. Now, the directions will tell you that once you actually do this, what you're going to want to do is roll the window up and allow the window to actually hold the piece in there. But for right now, we're going to wait to do that just so we can move back to our second segment here. We'll do the same process. Get our scuff pad. Get a new alcohol prep pad. Got to do the back window too. Make it look just right. Run the scuff pad inside there. Again, we're prepping all of that rubber to make sure it's just right. Take your alcohol pad, inside, clean that out real good. Oof, see, all kinds of junk in there you got to get out. Make sure it's out of there. Got to make sure that that double-sided tape is actually going to stick and stick right. Got a little piece here, same basic idea. Make sure you pull back a little bit on that tape. So once you make sure that these tape backs are pulled back and in the right spot so you can still access them once you push the visor up into the channel there, then you can go ahead and do just that. We're all cleaned off. We're all ready to go. Just push them up in there. Make sure you got enough to get a hold of. Made that mistake before. These pieces you pull down and away. Piece there. Come across the top, down and away. All the time, just supporting it a little bit with your other hand to make sure it doesn't drop out or allow itself to fall down in the channel anymore. And that final piece right off the back. Boom. There you go. Nice. Now again, it's sticking initially here, and you're in good shape as far as that goes, but what you want to do for sure, and as it says in the directions here, make sure you go ahead and roll those windows up. So once you get the actual visor up inside the channel, I'm going to reach in and push it back just a little bit. There you go. Now the window is up and in. The window is actually working to hold that in there for you. Directions say leave it in for 24 hours. It makes sense if it's something that you might be able to do, maybe before you go to bed or have dinner in the evening, maybe about 5 o'clock or something like that. That way the next day you don't have to wait all that much before you actually roll the windows down on it. The AVS Vent Visor, it's all about cab comfort. Think about that. Once you're moving along, you've got a nice day and maybe a few raindrops hit here and there, you can still roll that window down just a little bit under the vent visor itself. You're going to stay dry inside. You're going to keep your ventilation going, sunrise and sunset. This is a tinted plastic here, so you can make sure that you're keeping that sun out of your eyes. Give yourself a little extra couple of inches there to make that cab comfort just a little bit better. For Garage Pros, thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Nolan.